tell you September is here. Life's in full swing, neighborhoods are buzzing. What better time to jump in and make healthy activity part of every day? There's a movement happening across the nation, and here to tell us all about it is Lindsay Firestone, the event coordinator and brains behind Jump In. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Julie. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for coming in. So tell us, what is Jump In and how did it all start?
Jump In is a movement that created in support of women's heart health in Ottawa. So a long time ago, COVID time, we had a golf tournament in support of women's heart health. At that time, everything got shut down, and what could we do? We couldn't have the golf tournament anymore. So at that time, there was a committee behind the golf tournament, and we brainstormed. It was like literally throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what would stick.
Yeah, that was a hard time.
That was a hard time. Everything was social media driven at the time. Everybody was locked in, so we created Jump In. It was really an opportunity for us to walk the talk, get people out, and get people active. So we encourage people to get active for 30 minutes every day in the month of September. 30 days of 30 minutes of movement, really hoping that people take this on and create a really long-term healthy habit.
It actually is so true. It only takes about 30 days. There's so much information from the Ottawa Heart Institute and Women's Heart Health that tells us those things. To keep yourself in routine, it's super easy. And you've actually gone even above and beyond of just giving it that messaging. You've created a whole platform, so it really is easy for us to jump in.
Yeah, we really have. 80% of heart disease is preventable through healthy diet and physical activity, and we really want to give people the tools they need to make that happen. So there is an online platform. While people are now dying to connect in person, there are tons of things that people can do online. Altea's on board, and we have videos if people want to do something online if they don't want to get out and do that. There are walking groups, there's running groups, there's stuff happening all over the city so that people can really feel they have a community behind them, supporting them.
You not only have a community of people that we're going to meet on this show who have made a difference, you do have the Ottawa Rapids that every member of their team has decided to jump in. How did you do that?
Great connection. Every Jump In participant is receiving a ticket to this Sunday's game. So we are super thrilled to be making that happen. You guys will hear a lot about that after, so I don't want to step on any toes there. But we are really excited. We have the game happening, so anybody who's registered will come to the game, we hope. And then we have an on-field workout. So we have Stephen Beerbreyer of Arboretum Hill Club, and we have Adam Bracken of Fit Lab, who will be joining us. So everybody can get in their 30 minutes that day and join us on the field.
And if they can't make it that day, but they will miss out if they don't make it, what's other ways that they can engage, and what other activities can they take part in?
So walking group with Sarah Zahab. She's doing a walking group every Tuesday morning. Free workouts every Friday with Arboretum Hill Club. There's tons of opportunities with Altea. Pure Yoga is on board. They can get a whole month free at Pure in person and online.
Wow.
Wheelhouse is offering. It's all on the website. There's tons of partners jumping in with us every day.
It definitely shows how Ottawa definitely gets engaged in making sure everybody is heart healthy. People don't have to take on this, but what it is great, and I've done myself, so everybody at home, it's super easy, jumpinottawa.ca. But what you're going to have an opportunity to do is invite your friends. So how do we get that momentum going?
Super easy. It's jumpinnow.ca if anybody wants to register. You can register as an individual or a team. So what we're seeing this year, tons of businesses are on board. We've had our clinical manager, the Canadian Women's Heart Health Centre, go out and encourage people to learn, to know more about the differences about women, how our risk factors are different than men, and how our symptoms are different. So tons of businesses are now jumping in and creating their teams as well. And then there's individuals, people all over, just creating a team and really a movement. Run clubs they create their own team, and Olga's Rockstars has 70 people jumping in with her. Like, there's so many people
so
who have these
lost.
huge.
If
there's
you
always
even go
someone
into
to join.
jumpinnow.ca, you can find someone or something to be part of. But there's also a fundraising aspect to this. So where are the funds going for this year's Jump In?
Everything goes to Canadian Women's Heart Health Centre and Women's Heart Health at the Ottawa Heart Institute.
And how much have you raised to date?
To date, we have raised over $1.2 million for Women's Heart Health. And collectively, we've had over 7,000 participants jump in with us.
How many did you say?
7,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we are really creating a movement, and we are super proud of everything that's come out of it.
It's super great because it's that idea too that everybody gets back to school, back to routine, and we forget about that time that we need to take for ourselves.
Yeah, I think September for a lot of people is like their new year. A time to recalibrate and a little bit of a time to reassess. Kids are back to school, they're into their activities, and I think sometimes we lose the piece where we want to keep everything going and that, you know, get back to routine. So it really is a time to create those habits and hopefully make a long-term impact.
And for those people who haven't signed up because we're a little bit into September, can they still sign up?
Never too late.
Never too late. You
Never
wait
too
till
late.
the end of September?
Till the end of September. We're actually having a big celebration party at Altea on September 30th. So if anybody just wants to register to be part of that, they can register right up till then.
That is fantastic. And then right away, all those deals that you've offered is 30 days from that date that
That's
they've
right.
signed in. Okay, I have to say, I definitely got a lot of my friends to sign in because when you do sign in, you do get these free pair of socks, which are lovely, and it has Jump In on them. They're great to work out, and everybody notices, and every time I wear them, someone's always asking me, which is what I love about this campaign because it's an opportunity to have conversations with people. How are you working out? How are you keeping busy? Like, you must have met a lot of people along this way.
We have, and I think sometimes we forget how important it is to just do a little bit. You don't have to be running a marathon or going to the gym and lifting weights or doing something super intense. It's really, for a lot of people, taking the very first step is the hardest. And we just have to do a little bit at a time. It could be 10 minutes, 3 times a day. It doesn't have to be anything over the top. So we're really encouraging people, if you're not sure, this is the time. And there are tons of resources behind you, and we're a whole cheer squad here cheering you on.
You are, because I know I've always had a couple of questions. I go to jumpinnow.ca. I normally only have 30 seconds left, but it really is easy to get on your phone and follow communities, see what's out there.
Yes, we have an app, new app this year, which is awesome. It's a full-on community. You can track your activity, which is really encouraging. You can make a streak, you know what you're doing. You can say, today I went for a walk. How do you feel? What's your energy level? So if you go on there, it's a full feed of what everybody's doing. You might be inspired along the way.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me,
Thanks
Lindsay
for having
Firestone,
me.
aka one of my closest friends that made me jump in. Join us for our next guest. Well, there's my next guest is someone that does not shy away from activity. She's always ready to jump in. She went from the rinks to the soccer field, and she's part of the huge success of Ottawa Rapids FC. Welcome, Olivia O'Keefe. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
I know. Well, we're really excited for you to be here, and as you see from the fans that are in the stadiums, you've had a fantastic year. Tell us about the team.
The team has been doing incredible. The energy at the venue is electric. Our fan base is solid. You know, in this inaugural season, we are strong competitors, and we're just so proud of everyone who's been a part of it so far.
So when you were coming to Ottawa, the sleepy town, like you were a competitor here as well. So actually, let's talk about you for a little bit.
Yeah.
What's your experience with Ottawa?
Oh, my experience with Ottawa, so born and raised, grew up playing hockey here, was able to play, you know, at a very high level, very fortunate to have been given that opportunity. Grew up playing in, you know, same region that we're playing right now with the Ottawa Rapid FC, and you know, it's been an incredible transition to go from hockey and the sport of hockey to soccer. It's a totally different beast.
How so? Like, give me something that maybe threw you off. Or...
Oh, well, playing outdoors for one.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you see the sunshine.
Oh my gosh, yeah, wearing
rain.
sunscreen, having to wear a rain jacket when you're going to play. It's a completely different atmosphere.
Yeah, and I'm sure the team loves just where you come from, that sort of fierce competitor, not so much competitiveness, but with the team. So the team decided to jump in for Heart Health this September. And how did that come to fruition?
Well, the Heart Institute is an official partner of Ottawa Rapid FC, and we truly wear our heart on our sleeves.
I saw it,
And
yeah.
so it just made so much sense. They've been a wonderful partner to us. We want to contribute, raise awareness for women's heart health. We actually have a midfielder who is an outpatient, Emily Amano, and so it just goes to show that anyone can be affected by women's heart health, even professional athletes.
Yeah, and it, like you say, it gets a conversation going too, because I don't think anybody knew that until you became affiliated with the Ottawa Heart Institute. So to give back, you've got quite an event coming on. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Absolutely. So this Sunday, September 7th at noon, we will be hosting the Heart Institute's title match. So what that means is that we're going to have a lot of the people from Jump In. If you've opted in, you can come to our game for free. You get to sit, enjoy the game, and then afterwards, come on the field for a 30-minute workout post-match.
And with the athletes?
With the athletes, with the coaching staff, with myself, we'll all be out there. Yeah.
Okay, good, because I think there's a lot of fans that would like to be out there. So everybody at home, if you haven't jumped in, like Lindsay Firestone said, there's always time to jump in now.ca. So your team, tell us more about them. How is the season going?
This season has been going so well. You know, we're like I mentioned earlier, very strong competitors in this inaugural league, inaugural season. We've got a strong fan base. Our business is growing. Fan base is growing. The energy just keeps building match after match, and we are, heading into this weekend's game playing our rivals.
Okay.
So it's going to be an electric atmosphere.
Okay, can you give us a little background about what we're going to be ready for, who we should watch for, who we should not boo against, but be having our eyes on?
Well, in terms of our players, we've got the league's leading scorer, DB Pridham, and so she's always someone to keep your eyes on. We've got some fantastic midfielders, like I mentioned earlier, Emily Amano, a patient at the Heart Institute, and so those players, we've got Ottawa natives, Kayla Adamek. There's a lot of talent on our team. Just collectively as a group, I think just watching them, you will have something to either learn if you know something about the game or be impressed by if you don't know enough about it.
That's fantastic. And your season started in April, but when do you start going into playoffs?
So playoffs are coming up just around the corner. We've got 3 home games left, so only a few more matches at home before the playoff season kicks off. As of now, knock on wood, we are in a good spot.
Okay.
So we just need to maintain that. Third in the standings right now, and hoping to keep.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, just hoping to keep climbing up that ladder.
Yeah. So how do each of your athletes, I saw a little bit of the posts, and first maybe tell us how we can follow you so everybody can get into the excitement of how you're jumping in.
Of course, so on all socials, OTT Rapid FC, and then of course visiting our website, rapidfc.ca, and you can keep up with us on social media. You can see the different posts about our players. We highlight some funny elements, but also some of our partnerships, jumping in and encouraging our fan base as well to jump in, to give back and promote such a wonderful cause.
Yeah, and just for viewers at home, I know that you're probably surpassed 30 minutes a day for 30 days. How often is your team practicing and staying active?
So our team, trains almost every single day, a few hours a day. So for our players, jumping in is no problem.
No. In fact, they're just encouraging others.
Exactly, they're encouraging others. So there's people like myself on the business team who have also joined our Rapid FC Jump In team. So it's encouraging everyone, to get back into it. Going back to what you had said, the rhythm of things, school starting. Certain things start to build up and you lose sight of that. For us, it's going into playoffs. It's really busy time for our staff, and so it's important to take those 30 minutes.
And how many of your staff have signed up?
I think we're, just about 90% of the office upstairs, which reminds me, I've got to go and check that list and nudge some people.
Okay, I know. I have the same feeling. You throw it out there, you get excited, and then all of a sudden, and that's the thing. I think people feel like they have not gotten started to jump in at the first day of September. but no one was really in town. So that idea that you can sign up anytime in September, it lasts for the month, and everything else. With your new team, how many people are native to Ottawa and how many are new players?
So I believe we've got, I'll have to do a count off my head. I think we've got 5 local players. And then in terms of local Canadian talent, we've got much more than that. We've only got a handful of international players, actually. So we've got players ranging from Norway, Korea, Sweden, Nigeria. But for the most part, it is a Canadian league, and we want to promote the growth of Canadian soccer from within that.
Oh, it's fantastic. I've seen kids. Well, soccer's starting right now, so everybody at home who want to be part of this, soccer's out there. The big league is at TD Place. You've got 3 games left.
Yeah.
And tell us at home how to follow you again.
So on our website, rapidfc.ca, and through all our socials, OTT Rapid FC.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks again for jumping in and showing us how amazing it is to have a very professional team in our city. We couldn't be more proud, and we'll all be there cheering you on.
Oh, thank
you so much.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. Welcome back. Like we said, it's September. We've had to jump back into our neighborhoods, back into routine. The kids are everywhere. They're still in summer mode. We're trying to figure out how do we keep them engaged, heart healthy, and everything else. And I have the 2 best guests next from Capital City Dance. I've got 2 owners, Michael Falcucci and Gabrielle Walensky. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I know a lot of parents right now, it's been free. Summer is free for kids. They grow, they become active, they do all those great things. And they're looking for something to do. So Capital City Dance, first thing, you have a new location. Tell us about it.
Yes, we have a new place. We're at 74 Jamie Avenue. We were at Westgate for 16 years, but they're obviously tearing it down now, and we had to move, and we got a great place, brand new facility. We did tons of renos, super nice, and we're really happy that we're there. So, and we're registering right now for classes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Like, what's the importance of dance and heart health?
I mean, from a young age, it's just so important to be active and, mentally and physically to get moving. So, dance promotes cardiovascular health. You're constantly doing a workout in dance. It's like a sport. So also it's like a lot of artistry. It's also a sport to us. So with, the warm-ups,
all these
movement,
dancers now.
Yeah, exactly.
They're doing some crazy stuff. So every class we stretch, we warm up. In hip hop, there's so much cardio that we go through, and all these kids now are just amazing athletes. It keeps them busy, keeps them off their phones, and the things that they're doing are mind-blowing sometimes.
Yeah, and what age do you offer your classes to?
We have classes for 2-year-olds all the way up to 18. Those classes are the cutest, the funnest. That's on Saturdays. The studio is very busy on Saturdays with all these little 2-3-year-olds.
Who are just happy to move?
Yes, and just try something new and have the parents watch. They're so happy to see them moving and dancing for the first time. And it's really nice because some of those kids we have from when they're 2 all the way to when they graduate.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell me, when you say graduate, so what type of programs do you offer?
We have recreational programs. That's just for fun, and that goes from 2 all the way to 18. We also have a part-time and a full-time competitive program. That usually starts around 7 years old, and again goes all the way till 18. We usually follow like the school year. So after high school, a lot of kids they go to university, and that's kind of where they stop their studio life. But yeah, we have lots of we have a big recreational program and a really big competitive program right now too. So
tell us a bit about the competitive program, because last year you just knocked out off the charts for nationals.
Yes.
Yeah, our competitive program has been growing each year since we started, and it always gets better and improves, which is a credit to our amazing faculty first of all, and then the students. They work so hard. But the program, entails different types of classes, different styles. The part-time program usually trains 6 hours or less a week, and then the competitive program trains more. And last year we just had a wonderful season, both at our regional competitions and then at our national competition. Our full-time team won Top Studio Award, which was great.
Wow,
Yeah, it's really
So
good.
we brought home the award for that, and it was a wonderful way to cap the season.
Yeah.
And the part-time team as well did excellent all throughout the season, had many top awards. And it seems like where we go, we have parents from other locations, from studio owners, saying that our dancers are just looking so professional and so great on stage. And
Yeah.
a testament to the hard work they put in, and also the way our teachers work with them. It's just really great.
Oh, absolutely. I have
Yeah.
to let viewers know at home. I have followed their numbers. It's very easy. It could be streamed, but we'll get to that in a moment of how
Yes.
everybody can be in touch. But how did you two come together to open up this amazing studio?
That's a crazy story.
Yeah.
We started dancing together at another studio when we were younger. I started at 12, when you were like eight.
Yeah.
So we danced together for years during our studio time. And then we continued dancing professionally in Toronto and Stratford and different areas of Canada. And we were always really good friends. And we were actually on a tour of North America with a show called Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, where we decided to,
Did you
start this
maybe
studio.
add that footage? Do we have any of
No,
that?
no, you don't. No.
We should dig that out.
Yes,
It
we
was
did.
good
It was
footage.
fun, yeah. So yeah, we were on a show and we were deciding to start another studio.
We always wanted to have a studio growing up. We talked about it because we were
Yeah.
like best friends since we were kids. So we felt like it was a good time to come back to Ottawa. We felt like Ottawa could use a fresh studio, something
Yeah.
new. And where we were in terms of our lives, we were ready to like maybe settle down with family at some point and be stable, because the show life is a little bit difficult too.
Yeah,
You're moving a lot.
definitely.
Yes.
So it was great fun. We had lots of fun doing those with our careers, but we were ready to do the studio, and it worked out great. And it's
Yeah.
been 17 years. It's our 17th season now. So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now when I hear you saying that you did a lot of traveling together and you've seen different studios,
Yeah.
what would you say, I'll ask each of you, what does your studio, how does it stand out from other studios that you've seen around?
Well, one of the things from the beginning, we wanted to make sure that the parents were able to watch. A lot of studios back in the day especially would have the kids go in the rooms and they just didn't know what was happening in the rooms. So we used to have windows into every studio. We also have cameras and TV setups so the parents can actually watch what they're doing, because every other sport like hockey or an arena you can see them, soccer
Good
you can watch them.
point.
So they're spending so much time with us, and I want the parents to be able to see what they're
That's
doing.
fantastic.
Yeah, so that was one of the things that we stood out,
And
I
the
think.
parents can practice at home, you don't need to take them.
That's
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
That's
Or
And
say, you know
yourself?
what, you missed on this step.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing because I saw it.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have a quick point to add to
Yeah,
that?
I think the other thing that stands out for our studio is that we've also maintained that we want to keep it very like family friendly, and our hashtag, our logo, our motto at the studio is
Yeah.
hashtag CCD family.
Yeah.
And we've always kept it like that. Like, yes, we have amazing instructors, and and that's one of the reasons why our studio does so well. Our classes are so professional, and we work on their techniques so well. And the dancers come out looking great, but at the same time, it's a family.
Yeah.
It's a unit, both recreationally and competitively, and that's something that we preach to everyone that comes to the studio. That at the end of the day, this is a big family, a big dance family, and we want you to have fun and be and feel like you're in a safe environment and a nice
So have
environment.
you decided to jump in then? I know I only have about 30 seconds
Yes,
left, but how are you going to jump in?
We're going to jump in. We start on Monday the 8th. We're
Yeah.
going to make sure that every one of those kids, they're going to be dancing and working 30 minutes every day. I need to get a little bit better shape too, so I'm going to do a little bit
Motivator
more.
for sure.
Definitely.
Motivator
Yeah.
for sure. We've got all the information of how everybody can be in touch. Thank you so much for being on. Congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
You're going to be great in your new location. Can't wait to see it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with our next guest. Welcome back to Ottawa in the Know. I'm Julie Findlay. We've talked a little bit about the kids, how to get them active, and Capital City Dance let us know that. My next guest, I'm super happy to have on because he has motivated many adults and young kids, actually, very early in the morning. But I'd like to introduce you to Stephen Bierbreyer of Arboretum Hill Club, who is, if you follow him on social media, the most active person I've ever seen. Thank you so much for joining us.
What an intro. Thank you, Julie.
Well, I mean, I have shown up. Well, okay, I won't tell people my experience. Tell us a little bit about Arboretum Hill Club and how it started.
For sure. So, Arboretum Hill Club, we meet Fridays, 6:29 a.m. We always meet every Friday. That includes every season, every weather, and it's rain, snow, and you like the postman. Like we're out there all the time, and we just want to make being active something fun. And so we provide a 31-minute workout for the community, by the community. And we just, we work out together, we have a social afterwards together, and it brings the community together.
So how long ago did you start this?
So it started in July 2018. We're almost at our 400th free workout. We're very excited about that. That's coming up in September for Jump In. And we've just been having a great time. We've had over 125 different people lead the workout. So there's not one specific leader, but we are a community and we glue it all together.
And how do you come across all of these people who want to give out free workouts? Everybody at home, free workouts.
They find us, we find them. Some of it is done in-house, and some of it we are able to bring people in who have a lot of experience, remind us about things like, a warm-up, like a cool-down, which we don't always do. But to really show people that being active is something that is very accessible and easy to do if you're doing it with a group. Yeah,
and how lucky are you that it's literally 31 minutes and you are part of Jump In. So tell us the story of how you started to jump in.
Oh, wow. Arboretum Hill Club's been involved for 4 years. We had Jump In reached out to us and said, would you be interested in your group doing the kickoff for Jump In on September 1st, 4 years ago? And we were like thrilled with the idea. So we were able to bring our brand of fun and fitness to Jump In. And since then, it's been a great partnership. And
it's amazing. Where exactly do you meet at the Arboretum?
Sure. So it's at the Dominion Arboretum, which is very close to the Central Experimental Farm off of Prince of Wales. And we meet there at the top of the hill.
Yes. Okay. So I just wanted to do that only because I got excited about, again, that you're jumping in for this September again on your going on 4th year. Did you? Yeah.
No, our 7th year, but almost our 400th workout.
400th workout. How are you going to start it off?
For Jump In?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, we've got a great Friday workout coming up. We've got the Name That Tune workout. It's a surprise, but it's super awesome. And it's available for everybody, all ages, all fitness levels.
Okay, so you come out. What would you say to viewers? How do they join?
You can see us on our social, but just come out around 6:25. That would be great. Get a little feel for what the workout's going to be, and then you have 31 minutes to do it with the group at your pace. And just enjoy yourself out with the beautiful sunrise. Yeah, definitely. That's the exact point right there, that beautiful sunrise.
Over these 400 workouts, what are a few of your favorites?
Oh, wow. The workouts that are actually my favorite are the ones led by people who have never led a workout before, who are completely nervous about the idea. I've sat them down. I've said, you want to lead 31-minute burpees? You can do that. You'll never have friends again.
Okay, thank you. Please write to me if you're ever doing that one.
But it's just the idea that anybody can write on a whiteboard. Everyone is creative, and everybody brings their own style to the workout. And once they get over the jitters, the butterflies go away, and they just light up, and they realize, I can do this. And what we love showing off to people is that you can do this anywhere. So yes, we love seeing you on Fridays, but we also know that you can do this in your own home, around the neighborhood. You can bring it anywhere you want.
And I think that's what I love about your community and about you leading all of this, that everybody can. Because I think it is a bit nerve-wracking for some people to commit to 30 minutes a day for 30 days, but it really is. You have done some basic things, like, could you give us an idea of how somebody could, if they don't meet up with you on Friday, when they do meet up with you on Friday, all the other days, what could they do for 30 minutes?
Oh my goodness. There's walking, there's hiking, there's just going outside. Like, I really believe in the 1 foot out the door kind of thing. Like, you got to take that step, right? And so much like people say, it's not about necessarily 31 minutes. Let's say, break it up into 5-minute increments and go for a walk for 5 minutes. Go out in nature, find your happiness, find your joy, and do it in an active way, and possibly do it with a friend.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I have Lindsay. So when you started this all, tell me about the very beginnings of the Arboretum Hill Club.
Wow. So that was just 10 people that got together and said, wouldn't it be fun to run hills on a group chat? And from there...
And you got 10.
We got 10
wow,
people.
That's pretty good.
It was pretty good. And we realized that moment, I think the name, the social media, all took about 6 minutes after that, and it was out there. So yeah, we're thrilled to do it, and we try and get as many people to know about it. We're all over social media. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on X. We just joined TikTok. Hey, for the kids,
okay.
We just joined TikTok.
Yeah, because you do have some kids that join in on the workout.
Yeah.
Okay, and so tell me one of the worst weather days and the biggest turnout.
Also, the worst weather days are the ones that are some of my favorites because they bring people together.
Yeah.
So we all year round. So we have those January, Februarys where it's dark. You're wearing a headlamp. It's snowing. You probably just. I'm not really promoting this well.
But I'm gonna lead up to it. Yeah,
okay.
I got it.
But you had to get the snow off the car. You got out to the workout. It was cold. But you just really enjoy it. We've done snowshoe workouts in the winter. We've done skating workouts in the winter. And again, the smiles, the joy is something that I take away from it and I see in everybody.
And I think that's what I got from the meetings that I've had with the club. I get to run with running clubs. I get to do things with teams. You really put together an amazing group of people, and it is that, even on the coldest days, by the time you're done, you're warm and you feel good, and you actually continue your community after that, don't you?
We do.
Yeah.
So on the Fridays, we continue it with a social afterwards.
Perfect.
So if people have time, we go out for coffee, we connect beyond the burpees, and I should say, we don't just do burpees. But it's about really building a community. So it's not about just that 31 minutes. We like to extend it beyond that. And everything we're doing is free, so everybody just feels comfortable in that setting.
Yeah, and with that said, can you just tell us one more time how everybody can be in touch with you?
Yeah, so we are at Arboretum Hill Club. We are all over social, Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok.
Okay, Stephen, you'll see him all around town. He might be gathering you for this Hill Club. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for jumping in. I look forward to it.
Thank you.
On to our next guest. Welcome to Ottawa in the Know. I'm Julie Findlay, and I'm so excited about my next guest. Are there times when you're trying to grab the moment of action and you want to have something special for your memories? You may know her, or maybe seen her behind the camera, but this good friend and very professional photographer in Ottawa, Ashley Fraser, is going to tell us how to capture moments in the air or not. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Maybe not in the air. We won't go in the air.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being on. Okay, we've been talking a lot about jumping into routine, back into routine, jumpinnow.ca. This is actually something that you've been part of for how long?
I believe I've been involved with Jump In right from the kickoff when it launched, I believe, during the pandemic.
I think so, because I think I called on you, because it was that idea of pandemic and the idea that we just had nowhere to go and we had to get each other active and we had a chance to jump in. You have, what made you want to jump in?
For me, I live a very active lifestyle with my work, but I also have to take time and separate myself from work at times and remember to make that time fit for me to be active and take care of myself just as much as I'm pushing other people to take care of themselves.
Yeah. We do say work, and I just said professional photographer because you absolutely are one. But what are some of the amazing things you've done in our community? Can you brag for a minute?
Goodness, I have photographed everyone from janitors to prime ministers. I've flown over Parliament Hill with the snowbirds, which was an incredible opportunity. I've been at most of the fundraising galas this city offers. and really anything and everything in between.
So for you, it is capturing that moment, and if everyone follows you, one, for the social scene, also as well for what you do in your community, what are some of the things you're looking for when you're taking photos?
Actual smiles, people that are genuinely happy. When you really smile, your eyes twinkle, your whole face lights up. It's more than just a fake smile. And when I'm photographing people, often I call them out when I see the fake smile. It's maybe a little bit of teeth showing, and you can tell right from the get-go that it's not genuine. That smile is not coming all the way from their toes. It is no twinkle in their eye, no little laugh lines or smile lines, whatever you'd like to call it.
Yeah.
And when you see someone actually smile, it lights up a photo.
That is amazing. Well, I'm glad we're talking about photos because the Jump In campaign across the nation, all of September, is all about sharing what people are doing jumping in. And I think there is that social media aspect and also community aspect online of sharing what you're doing. So what are some of your tips if people are taking photos of their activity?
We all know that selfies are a big part of Jump In because often we're doing our workouts by ourselves. A couple little things with selfies. Get the camera just a little bit higher than your eye line.
Oh, so not right here?
You can go low if you want to be brave.
Okay.
Be adventurous.
I like the brave.
But
up your nose is not what we're looking for?
We really don't need to see the nose hairs.
Okay.
We can leave those out of this scene. A little bit higher than your eye line usually is quite visually appealing. Look for soft light.
What do you mean by soft light?
So if it's a bright, bright sunny day, maybe go under a tree where it's a nice, soft, warm light. If you can't get under something to give a nice casted, like shadowy light, go and turn your back so the bright light is right behind you.
Thank you. Everyone at home, everybody remind me of that because there's those moments that you want to take the picture, but you don't want anybody to get into a mode of posing, and then you're like, oh, the sun's behind us, or in front of us, so you want the sun behind us.
With how I personally use iPhone, so I know how it reacts to the light being behind. It will illuminate someone. It gives you kind of like a angelic look with a hair light. It often will soften light that it actually sees through the front of the phone itself as well. Okay. So it can be quite flattering.
Yeah.
Also, take chances. Try something. If it doesn't work, well, you can always delete the picture. It's not like we're shooting in film days anymore.
No,
so
that's true. You don't take the best picture and bring it in and hope that it comes back.
We have more than 12 options now. We can actually run with it and take chances and play around. Also, don't be afraid to ask someone else. If you're running on a trail, hey, can you take my picture for me? And mix it up. And most people are quite pleasantly surprised to be asked to take a picture and usually have no problem saying yes and doing that quick little moment of help for someone else.
Yeah, that's interesting. You also said the idea of running by and being on trails. How can you get action shots? Am I throwing you under the, like I'm asking crazy questions?
Action shots can be tricky.
Okay, any tips?
A big thing for action shots, you need light.
Okay.
You need your camera to have enough light so it's a fast enough shutter speed. So with a fast enough shutter speed, it'll actually pause the action.
Okay.
Where if it's a slow shutter speed, if you're taking a picture, follow your camera along with the person who's running by you.
Okay.
And then it might blur the background a little bit, but your subject will stay in focus.
Really?
So a little tip and trick there that you might be able to play out and get a nice panning shot is what that would be called.
I like that. And you don't always have to have that action shot. Like you have such beautiful photography that's been showing this whole time. What are some of your things with like with no people in it, but also showing maybe for Jump In how to advertise what you've been doing?
Funny, your earlier guest, Lindsay, and I were just talking about that, how it doesn't always have to be a picture of a person. With Jump In, we all got those fancy new socks with the cute little hearts on them. Look at your shoes and take a picture of your feet with your funky socks to promote Jump In. If you're out on a walk and there's a bee buzzing into a beautiful flower. Well, maybe that can be your social post for the day,
Yeah,
as
'cause
opposed
you've
to
gone on the walk.
you've gone on the walk.
Yeah, because nobody
Yeah.
can take as many pictures of me. Like, nobody needs to do that. Ashley, if people want to follow you and everything that you do, how can they do that?
Instagram's probably the best way to follow me. It's at Ashley_Fraser, my last name. Feel free to reach out anytime if you have a question about how to make a photo look a little better, make it pop a bit more.
Or maybe just bring you and take photos of us. You still would do that for us, right?
Absolutely
Okay.
can be hired to take the photos.
Thank you so much for joining me. I've got all those tips. I'll share them on social media. You're a fantastic woman in our community doing so much. Ashley Fraser, professional photographer, making Jump In so fun. Welcome back to Mom in the Know, Ottawa in the Know with Julie Findlay. Sorry about that. I'm looking at the wrong camera, and it was automatic that I went Mom in the Know. I am Mom in the Know, Julie Findlay, and our new show, Ottawa in the Know, at Rogers television station. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a fantastic first week back to it, and it was fantastic to have all our guests from jumpinnow.ca, a great campaign. I really love being active, so this is fantastic for me. But the one thing I also love doing is being in the kitchen. And I love having healthy food, and this is a perfect time to talk about it because heart healthy is what we've been talking about this whole show. I have two great recipes because I'm using things all in season. It is almost coming up to the harvest season. We still have beautiful colors available right away. If you put it out for people, they will come. So we're going to do a nice and crunchy herb spread, and that's what's in the middle here. And what I've done is I've just taken what's in season right now. I've gone to the markets. We still have cucumbers, we've got snack peppers, we've got green beans, we have lovely heirloom carrots, cherry tomatoes. And again, if you're bringing after school, just a plate of fruit is fantastic. People will pick it up right away. I don't even need to pick it up. This is super easy and fun. We're so busy, we're getting back to routine and everything else. We want to take time for ourselves. This little dip is easy. You are just going to grab any type of facility that is going to mix everything quickly for you, and we're going to take a package of firm tofu. Before you chop this up, you want to just take out the liquid of the tofu. So you're just going to cut off the package and let the water drip out and a little sieve, and you're just going to throw it in here. You're going to take fresh green onion, a 1/4 cup. You're going to put it in there. Fresh Ontario parsley. You're going to throw that in as well. We're also going to take some fresh red peppers. You could do green, red, or orange and put that in as well. I just like the color red. And then what you're going to do is just add in some mayonnaise, which is light mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons. And we're going to take a 1.5 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. And we're just going to blend that all together. I won't take the time to blend it, but let's keep that in there. But the whole idea is you have this lovely dip right here, and it actually is crunchy. It's got a little bit of spice to it if you want, and you just gather all your vegetables around, and kids are going to come flocking. Another quick tip for all families when we're doing back to lunches and we're going to pack lunches or have a quick snack after. All of these snack peppers are great. You can grab one with your cucumber, you can get a little tomato, you could stick it on a little skewer, and you've got yourself a lovely little appetizer with this dip. Just have some fun with that. And if there's leftover dip for tomorrow, you could put that in a wrap. So when we're gonna do a wrap, I have come up with a very easy dinner in 30 minutes or less from prep to the kitchen. So the one thing that I like to say is you shouldn't always be in a rush in the kitchen, but I find September is that time of just being outside, so you don't want to spend too much time in the kitchen. So what I've done ahead of time is I've prepped 500 grams of fresh chicken, boneless, skinless. You could do it with chicken thighs. You could do it with Ontario pork or turkey. And you're just going to add a little bit of spice to that, which is 2 tablespoons of chili, a half teaspoon of cayenne, a little bit of spice. But if you don't want the spice, don't worry too much. You're going to use a half teaspoon of salt and a little bit of oil. You're going to have your oven on at 400 degrees. I'm just going to mix this together, and I'm going to have a sheet pan ready, and I'm just going to put it on half the sheet pan. So that is a perfect amount of spice just to meld together all of the meat, and we're just going to put it right in here. I'm just going to put it in a bowl here beside the pan, and it's set and ready to cook. What I'm going to do with the vegetable side of it is vegetables that are in season. So right now we're starting off with sweet potatoes. They're fantastic with French fries. They're fantastic just chopped up. They're great. They're super versatile for a soup and everything else. So I've just taken 1 sweet potato, also very inexpensive too, which is fantastic. I've chopped it up bite size, and I've also taken a half of a Ontario onion. Red onions have just come into season. The good thing about foodlandontario.ca is it actually gives you everything that is in season, where you can buy it, how to buy it, and how to store it. So right now we have red, but we'll be going into white over the winter months. I've taken some red peppers, and I've also chopped those up in bite size. And then with these 3 vegetables, it makes probably about 6 cups. So if you wanted to use other vegetables, or you wanted to add in a can of chickpeas or anything that you like to have roasted, this is definitely where you can make some choices. And of course, get the kids involved in the kitchen, because they always like to not only help cut and chop, but they do like to tell you what they like. So just to add to this, I'm going to put in a half tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to put in Ontario garlic, which I'm going to have to squish out of here. And I wish you were in the kitchen with me right now, because fresh garlic right now, if you can at the markets or at your local grocers, make sure you get some. Put it in a nice cool spot. It'll last for months. And I just put that in with 2 teaspoons of oregano, a teaspoon of salt, and not even to mix it up. This is always fun for the kids, this type of thing necessary for our kitchen. You just shake it up, make sure everything gets around, all those spices. It's gonna go on the other end of this sheet pan. You are going to have, again, the oven on at 400 degrees. This is gonna take about 20 minutes. And what you're gonna end up is this lovely platter of food. Feeds 4 super easily. But for the last 2 minutes, you're going to add a half cup of cherry tomatoes. Right now we have the delicious heirloom ones. And you're gonna heat it up for another minute. Once that's done, you're gonna add some fresh Ontario cilantro, and you've got yourself a delicious meal. Of course, I've said this is for 4, but if there's only 2 of you, leftovers is fantastic. So the idea right now is you've got leftovers right here. You can have tortillas, you can add in for a nice lunch, or you can have this packed up with all your vegetables and fruits. There's so many easy ways to get your family fed. I get so excited about it, and I think these heart-healthy ones just gives you that opportunity to get freshness in. Meet your local grocers, meet your local markets. We still have all of our markets open until the end of October, at least. Go meet someone, see where everything's from. This is always fantastic to be in the kitchen with you. Thank you so much for joining Ottawa in the Know, the first season back. And I hope you love everything that's happened and enjoy the freshness that Ottawa offers. Okay, thank you so much. Love having everybody on. I hope you have an opportunity to jump in now.ca and be part of the movement and all things great.